Hello everyone, Josh here with Enemy Impact, and I got something special for you guys out there, especially for those of you who love to run, off meta, some cards you may not see very often, or even just straight up tilt or troll decks, whatever you want to call it. I have something special for you today. Garna, Big Shield Garna, our boy, 2600 defense, only 100 attack. He always has that bad effect. Once he is attacked initially, he gets put into attack position, which could then open up for a really big hit to yourself. However, that all changes today, because today we are using the new trap. I finally got a full playset of it, and I could not wait to see what kind of levels of tilt I could create with it. And of course, Big Shield Garna is the boy today. Now, let's quickly go into the deck, talk about it. Ignore the title of the deck because I tend to not ever change the titles of my decks and then I copy them over, so they get a little bit messed up. So just ignore the title. It's not Super Mario or whatever. Anyway, so we're using Chain Reaction today. And what's nice, Chain Reaction is going to do 200 damage to our opponent every time we activate a trap. And most of our deck is traps. We've got 12 traps, of course. But we're also running 2 spells and 6 monsters. So this is definitely a different type of chain reaction than you're probably used to. Let's quickly go over how the deck works, why I feel that it's really tilty and I love it, and why you guys should go out and try it yourselves. So here we go. So Big Shield Garna, rocking my prismatic one. It's got, again, 100 attack, 2600 defense, which is really good. But he has a bad effect. If he is attacked, he is then put into attack position, and if your opponent has 2 monsters on the field, that really opens the door for them to come in there and hit you hard, right? Well, like I said, the new trap that we're rocking, Inverse Universe, probably the best and only trap, or I'm sorry, best and only card worth getting right now from Cyrus is Inverse Universe. And what does this bad boy do? Switch the attack and defense of all face-up effect monsters on the field. That means Big Shield Garna goes from 100 attack and 2600 defense to 2600 attack and 100 defense. And if you bring him back with a powerful rebirth, that's going to be 2700. If you bring Amazona Swordswoman back, of course, that's going to be 1600, 1700, or vice versa. Now, Amazona's Princess is also very strong in this deck because she adds that layer of burn value and makes your opponent, have to use some of their back row to save themselves from losing a lot of life points. And you can also, again, use her with Powerful Rebirth. And now we're bringing 2 Parallel Twisters in here to get rid of our Powerful Rebirth so they're not breaking our back row. Parallel Twister is really good with Powerful Rebirth because you can destroy any card on your opponent's side of the field, and it makes for some really spicy combos, which you will see some of that, I believe, in today's video. We got 5 duels. The first 2 will go pretty quick. The first one is a very quick, I don't know how I guess you could say it a Ragequit, but it was more or less they kind of got completely bricked out, and I'm going to make that first video an example. Like, I want to point something out about the first duel we're going to have here today. Anyways, we got, of course, the 3 Floodgates for stall value, because Floodgates are one of the best stall cards in the game. You could swap that out with something else. You could swap it out with Econs if you really want. Try and do some really tilty things. You could do whatever you want, but then you might want to change your skill from Chain Reaction to something else. Maybe Endless Trap Hell, or maybe even Restart or Dual Standby at that point, or maybe even Extra. We also teched in 1 Impenetrable Attack, because you never know when that could be useful, especially if you're going against like an Ojama Gon or using Death's Counter Blow. And you might have an opportunity to have game next turn if you can survive this one. So it's really good to just have that, as an option every once in a while. It could also save you from, losing your Amazona, so you can reuse her again next turn, dealing more damage to your opponent. So it's a really good tech-in card. You don't have to run that either. You could run it something else. But I just thought it was a really good tech-in. And, of course, we got 3 Walla D for more stall. As you guys know, Walla D is beautiful, especially when you can get it off with 3 monsters in your opponent's side of the field. It's really good. So, anyway, so that's the deck. Again, we're using Chain Reaction. I think we've rambled on enough. I will have a timestamp, of course, like I always do in the description below when I do videos like this. So let's get into the action. Alright. So we've been doing all this at King Game levels. I believe I am 6-1 with this deck, and the one loss that I did get, I got revenge for. And I'll even show you guys that real quick here. As you can see, I got revenge for the one loss that I had with this deck. He was using a Jamago, I believe. Yes, he was using a Jamago at King of Games for whatever reason, but I did get revenge, and you guys will love the revenge that I got. It was very, very awesome. Anyway, let's go down here to the dual replays. And of course, it's bugged out again. I don't know why it does that to me. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we're going to quickly go against the Taya Gardner. We're going to show you this one off. This is the shortest duel of the video, and I'll show you why I saved it. I wanted to make this a point of interest to kind of go over with you guys really quickly of why this deck was always a bad idea to invest into, especially being it's one of the most expensive decks in the game, and why you should not invest into it, and you're going to see why in today's video. So they're using dual standby, and usually that means they're running either Dark Worlds or maybe Mill, maybe even Glad Beast sometimes. So they're running Dark World dealings, that's fine. He's going to use Snow. He's going to go into another Dark World dealings. So this guy is obviously cashed out on this deck. He's wailing out. Alright. And then we're just going to keep discarding. Now he's going to use Snow again. And now he's going to grab his Ramba, which is Overlord of the Dark World, which is the comic combo you need with Ceroli. And then he just Ragequit. And why I think he Ragequit is because he can no longer discard Ceroli. He couldn't discard Ceroli to the grave. Therefore, he just completely bricked out. And why I wanted to show that particular duel was because I just wanted to make it a point of interest. Even with the most pay-to-win version of that deck, you could still brick hard. And that deck does not run like any back row at all. So if you cannot win in the initial first or second turn, or even have a Necrofear as a backup for hopefully, turn 3 or 4, you're probably dead by then against most decks. And that is the most expensive deck to get in all of Duel Links, and I highly recommend that you guys do not invest into it. Whoever told you to invest into it needs to stop. It's a lie, it's a joke, do not do it, please. Or things like that will happen to you a lot. Sure, when the deck works, it's amazing, but then again, it doesn't always work. So don't invest into it unless you're a big whale, guys, and you can afford it. Alright, so this one, we're going to go against Bandit Keith. I believe they're running an Arrow Mage deck. So this is going to be Arrow Mage versus my Chain Reaction deck against Mr. Zero. Okay, here we go. Bandit Keith and Odion. I had to look over. I thought I wasn't recording no more, guys. I was like, oh my. But we're good, we're good. So we opened up with 2 Inverse. We got a Powerful Rebirth and an Amazon, which is actually a pretty strong hand. You're going to go ahead into Rose Lover. That's fine. Now playing this deck is a little bit tricky. You definitely got to play it out smart. I might even made a misplaying here or not. I can't remember. But I know I was sitting there really scratching my head thinking, how am I going to play around this properly? Because I know what kind of shenanigans Arrow Mage can do. So he's going to go into us with a Super Rush Headlong, which was unfortunate that we got hit with that. But we went ahead and let that attack go through. Powerful Rebirth because we want him to take the life point damage here. Gave him 200 with Chain Reaction. He took 2,300 there. Now he's down to 2,000. But we got 2 Wall of D. And here we go. So we're going to use Aroma Garden again. We're going to use Inverse Universe to swap his attack and defense. So now they're 1,800 instead of 2,400. Which is really, really cool. He's going to go ahead and disregard that though because he had Archer in his hand. Very good tech in for Arrow Mage decks. So he's going to come in now thinking that he's got game. But we're going to ruin his plans with a double dose of Wall of D and 400 damage thanks to Chain Reaction. So he's going to go ahead and get zeroed out here. We got another Inverse in our hand and another Powerful Rebirth, which is going to be really, really cool. So he's going to keep using Aroma Garden. Going to keep building up them life points. But we don't really care at this point because we know we also have deck advantage. We have 13 cards to his 10. And he's going to keep using his Monster's Effect to keep drawing more and more. So as long as we can keep surviving his onslaught, we're going to deck this guy out regardless. And now we got Amazonas on here. He's going to use Econ. He's going to tribute that out. We're going to get it back. So he lost one of his tribute monsters. And then he brings in Jasmine. Or I'm sorry, not Jasmine. Rosemary. He's trying to tilt me here. But we had some plans in store for this boy. We had some plans in store for this boy. Another Wall of D. We hit him with the triplets, man. And he's going to go ahead and use another Super Rush Headlong, which is another good play. Very good tech in for Arrow Mage decks for sure. Now we got a Floodgate waiting for that next tribute. However, I found out later in this duel after I looked, he only had two tributes in his duel. So Yeah, we basically had his board locked down at this point, and thus he eventually surrendered, as you can see here. His board was completely locked down. We had deck advantage, and even if he did bring out another tribute monster, I had the floodgate ready to go. So that's all she wrote against our boy Bandit Keith. Now this one, again, Yugi Moto, Chaz Princeton, and the Mako Tsunami. This is where the deck gets really, really juicy. So let's jump right into the Yugi Moto. Alright, we're playing nothing. We're playing nothing. Alright, little Yugi. And I thought at first this could have been... I misread how many cards he had at first, because when I first glanced over, I was like, oh man, he's running Exodia. But then I realized I think he was only running 24 cards, not 25, so it couldn't have been Exodia. And as you can see here, it was 24 cards. So we started off really strong again. We got Garna with Floodgates, and we got Powerful Rebirths. We got all kinds of good shenanigans. He's going to come out with Drill Dark. He's going to go into Decider, sorry. And then he's going to try and tilt us here. Look at this. Look at this combo. Inverse Universe with Garna. Watch this. Boom. 1,600 damage. This dude's already down to 1,200. He has to burn Super Rush Headlong. We didn't even worry about no Wall of D. We didn't worry about no Mirror Wall. We didn't care. We had Powerful Rebirth. We're going to bring our boy back into defense position. I don't think he attacks here. And as you can see, he's now 2,700. We're going to go ahead and use Inverse Universe. Put him... switch our stats, and then we're going to hit him with a Parallel Twister, destroy his monster, and he had nothing. He had nothing for us. Even if he had like a Wall of D or a Mirror Wall, it wouldn't have saved him. Even if he had both, it wouldn't have saved him. So, boo! It was beautiful. Beautiful, the combo that you can do with Big Shield Garna and Inverse Universe. So amazing. Alright, so now this one's against Chaz Princess. This is my revenge match. He won the first one, but I got him in the second duel because we played each other back to back. And this is going to be some of the most beautiful tilt that you may see for a long time. So please pay special attention to this duel and watch what happens. Guys, I want to tell you a quick tip. Inverse Universe can be used in the damage step. And I will make good use of that in this duel against an Ojama Go user. Watch what happens. They do not expect this. They're not going to use anything on a 100 attack monster. They're like, yeah, whatever. Watch what happens. This is where it gets really, really juicy. Watch this. In the damage step, chain reaction. And since we did in the damage step, Massive Morph is only going to boost my attack even higher. And it'll still get through. Watch this. 5,200 OTK. Good day, sir. Good day. That was like some of the most beautiful things I've seen in Duel Links. Like, that was how you tilt a stall deck. Right there. Alright guys, we got one left with Mako Tsunami. Now this was against a Sea Stealth attack deck. I kind of BM'd him at the end, slightly. Little bit. And it was beautiful. Again, Inverse Universe with the Big Shield Garna is such a deadly combo. So here we go. We're going to go second. We opened up again. I think we opened up pretty strong on this one too. Yeah, we opened up with Big Shield Garna, 2 Wall of D, and a Parallel Twister. Parallel Twister really normally wouldn't do much here. You could change out your Parallel Twister with Cosmic or Double Cyclone if you want, or Cosmic Cyclones. It really doesn't matter, but I prefer Parallel Twister because I can destroy monsters as well. So Wall of D here. Chain reaction, do a little bit of damage. He's going to attack into that Big Shield Garna, 1,400. He's going to use Sea Stealth attack, bring his monster back. We got our Inverse Universe, so we now have the combo that we want to hopefully pull off here. Another Wall of D. He's going to go ahead and use Sea Stealth attack yet again. Yep. And he's going to go ahead and use Econ. Now watch this tilt. Watch the tilt level rise. Inverse Universe comboed off of his Econ. Boom, 1,400 damage. Now he has nothing left because I could just attack for game, but watch this. I'm just going to BM him. Parallel Twister off his Sea Stealth. He has to banish his monster to save it, you know, and he already knew he was lost. So 2,600 right up memory lane. Such a beautiful thing. Like I said, guys, this deck is so much fun. If you guys can build it or build some kind of variation, I would definitely, you know, recommend you guys doing so. Just have a little bit of fun. I'm not sure how well this deck could climb right now in the current meta. I've played a few meta decks on the way and I've done very well. It's kind of fun to do, but man, I don't know, the tilt level was so high and I loved every minute of it. Hope you guys loved this video as well. Make sure you subscribe if you are new. become an Impact player today. Join our Discord in the description below as well. And if you guys want to save 20% or more on Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Link packs, let me know. I can hook you guys up. Come check out our vendor section in our Discord as well, and at me, and I will go ahead and answer any questions you may have regarding that. Otherwise, hope you guys all have a great morning, great afternoon, and a great evening wherever you guys are in this big old world. And until next time, peace.